Hey, what's up, agents, and welcome to the Digital Agent Academy. I apologize for missing a couple posts here, but I was under the weather, got sick, and I'm going to try to fix that by batching out more videos and making sure that they're on time and that you're getting the help you need. If you have any questions, always remember you can reach out to me, ask me any questions, whether it's about my brokerage, eXp Realty, or just about real estate in general, the market, whatever it may be or whatever may concern you. Whether you're a veteran agent that's been around for a while, have ideas of all the up and downs, a new agent, or even someone that's considering becoming an agent, you do want to be in a particular mindset. I found for myself when I first started that I had not been schooling for a long time, not doing the whole educational process of making myself better, except in my field. But overall, once I became an agent and got myself around a lot of successful agents and stuff like that, I started realizing all the mental capacity that I was missing just to get me to that next level, to believe in the way that world works and money works and how business works and all these things that everybody always questions. How do I do this with taxes? How do I use money properly? All these things. I didn't realize how much was missing from my life until I really started focusing on money. And today I want to make 5 recommended books for you to read as an agent, whether you're just getting started. And some of you, more than likely, most of you have read these books if you're in that real estate agent mindset. Now, keep in mind, as you grow as an agent, you do want to keep yourself. You just don't want to get so involved in sell. You know, remember, being a real estate agent is about the relationships, okay? Think of yourself as being a person that's about to spend a whole lot of money and using somebody. You don't want to just use somebody and then they disappear. You want somebody that you can count on and relax and sleep at night and know that they're taking care of you and doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Everybody when it comes to an agent, you have a fiduciary duty to your clients to go above and beyond if possible, especially if you're a realtor, right? You have that designation, use it, and make sure you stay ethical and work to the best of your ability to serve your client. All right, and let's get started. Each book, I'll kind of explain why I recommend this book and why you should read it as a real estate agent. And then we'll go from there in my recommendation on reading that book. The first book is basically, you know, depending on how you are in business, if you have any business qualifications or maybe even the right mindset. You may have gotten into business, failed at business, feel like you can't handle business, but that's not really about it. What I'm talking about here is getting your mind in a particular state of being in all decisions, which will lead you to success in all manners. It doesn't matter. So my first book is going to be Daniel Goleman's Emotional Intelligence, okay? This book is going to guide you through how our brain thinks. When you're angry, this is your brain. When you're happy, when you're sad, these are all things in your brain, right? And this book will actually teach you why you do the things you do, when you make that mistake, when you act out when you shouldn't be. And it'll teach you the avenues and approaches to take when approaching a certain situation, whether that's a stressful situation, a situation you fear, and how to adapt and overcome these situations so you understand what they really are versus whatever the concept in your head is feeding you and telling you are. You're going to find out that your brain is not controlled by you, but you can control your brain. Remember that. Everything you do is your decision. And sometimes acting out is just a part of the brain that usually will act out for your survival, right? So we've evolved as humans, but we've evolved too slow, and our society has evolved a lot faster, leaving us that caveman brain to do caveman things that we don't need no more. And this book will expose you to that type of stuff to let you excel on how you deal with situations and stress. So it's a great book for that. Once again, Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. All right, number 1. Number 2, this next book is to get you in the mindset of money and the mindset of wants and needs, or wants versus needs, and how to keep yourself in that positive avenue of approaching money, okay? And I'm sure most of you probably already read this. If you haven't, you've probably actually heard about it. But Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book was written a long time ago, but there still is not a lot of books that come close to it. And most of the books that are written today are written because someone read this book, all right? So if you're the type of if you're the type of person that thinks money is the root of all evil, right, and all those things like that, this is going to make you understand why you think that way and why you shouldn't, okay? Because money is a necessity in being a successful business person. It does not have to be an evil process, okay? So this book I highly recommend it. This right here will get you in the mindset of business and your goals and how to succeed in your goals, how to get rid of the things that are in your way and move past them, okay? So that's my number 2, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Boom, boom, go out there and get that. Read it. Number 3, and I'm putting these kind of in order, assuming you haven't read any of these books, that you might have never even been exposed to the concept of what these books talk about. And the next one is called Atomic Habits, James Clear. This book right here, I don't think there's anybody that should not read this book. Whether you think you're totally in control and everything's working perfect and you have a perfect system, this book's going to tell you where you don't have that perfect system and how to change it and what a habit does, how it forms. Some people might say you need 21 days of consistently doing something in order for it to become a habit. It really has nothing to do with that. It's more of what is up here and how you take in information. Studies show that it can take anywhere from 18 days for a particular person using the correct skills and techniques to form a habit or even get rid of a habit. So remember, a bad habit is something you can unlearn as well, which is a habit to be better at whatever it is you're doing, moving something out of your way. That's a habit too. And that's what this book will teach you. Okay, so I highly recommend this. It teaches you how to chip away every single day. All right, Atomic Habits, James Clear. I can't say enough about this book, but go out and read it. Number 3. Now, in this particular case, this has to do with the way we speak, the way we get our information across, the way we take in information. The next book is Never Split the Difference. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, all right? So he's ex-FBI negotiator, top of his game. You get to read some of his great stories and how he dealt with learning to negotiate, being around his peers and situations, bank robberies, hostage situations, and how he dealt with them. And yeah, okay, so you're probably saying, I'm a real estate agent. I don't need the FBI skills, all right? This book will teach you how to approach situations, whether you have an awkward client or even an awkward prospect, or even how to make those things called cold calls that everybody's scared of, and how to approach those so you always have the upper hand and let the person you're talking to feel as they're controlling the situation as you navigate them through back to you to get what you need out of the situation, right? And usually the ends mean is usually resolution, coming to an agreement so you both can be on the same piece of paper to move forward in reaching somebody's goals, okay? So this book, Never Split the Difference, it's not so much what you're negotiating, it's how you're doing it. And every day you negotiate. When you get up in the morning and you walk to that fridge to eat breakfast, you're negotiating with yourself. Whether you should have eggs, bacon, or maybe just some fruit and vegetables, you're constantly negotiating. So this book puts you in the right headset for that type of thing. So get out there and get that. Never Split the Difference. Chris Voss, sorry. That's book number 4. Now, getting past all that, once again, I'll do more parts in these and more books because there's a ton of books out there. You can never read enough books. Think of a book as someone's lifetime, whether it took 30 years to write a book. Usually they had 30 plus years of experience, decades of experience written to something you can read in 9 hours, 10 hours, depending on how fast you read, all right? So just think of it like that. It's loads of someone's lifetime failures and all those things that you could read of, and then you can avoid those failures yourself by following their system or even manipulating it to fit in your life, okay? So moving on to my last book, book number 5, and this has to do with after you become a real estate agent, you're going to be participating in deals that's going to give you big paychecks back. It's not going to be like, oh, I got $2,000 last week. $2,000 is probably just going to be the side of something that came on. We're talking, you're going to be receiving checks in tens of thousands of dollars, okay? And of course you want that. Once you reach that level of tens of thousands, you're going to want it to double that, and you're going to want it 10 times. You've heard the stories. You know how this goes, agents. So it's important that you know how to use your money and not get caught in tax problems and things like that, okay? So this book is Profit First. Profit First by Michalowics. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but you can see it. Profit First, okay? And it's obvious in the title about profiting first, and it basically talks about how to take that lump sum, that $15,000 check, and how to distinguish those funds for the proper uses, and at the same time make sure that you always have your money up front. It's a simple thing. It'll blow your mind when you read it. You'll be wondering why you haven't been doing this in your business the whole time. You might even be a little butthurt after you read it if you're a veteran agent that's been in the system for 10 plus years and you haven't been doing it this way. You can sell ice cream and profit from it. You can sell Kool-Aid and profit from it when you manage your money the way it does in Profit First. All right, so that's 5 books, agent. If I had to just throw a bonus on there for getting your brain straight, if you're not there yet, a great book would be One Moment. And truthfully, you don't really even have to go out there and buy this book. Just go find Jim Kwik, subscribe to him, listen to his podcast, because he pretty much gives this book away for free, okay? This is basically the book that's going to teach you and maybe even correct how you learn, how the brain works. Right here, how to memorize, what's the best way to learn, and you can figure it out for yourself after reading the book. But like I said, if you just go find Jim Kwik, subscribe to his YouTube channel, follow him on Instagram, go out there and listen to his podcast, he pretty much gives this book away, all right? But if you want it in your hands, go buy it. It's not that expensive, and it's a great book. And if you don't feel like you're ready for the other books, or you just feel like, I don't remember how to go to school, I don't remember how to study, everybody's different and what works for them, start with that book first. That's my bonus book, but I would say start with that book, because that book's gonna help you to be successful in all these other books, all right? They even got speed reading courses in there. Like I said, Jim Kwik pretty much gives it all away. So go get them. Agents, remember, this is all about success. Agents helping agents. I realize a lot of people like to take ideas and just hold on to them and close the door behind them, but that's not what I'm about. I'm about opening that door, and no matter where you're from, whether it's EXP, Keller Williams, RE/MAX, I don't care. All right? I just want to help other agents succeed, because when you succeed, you make a better name for all real estate agents out there, and we stop having the stigma of being sales all the time. Go out there and create some relationships and make the world a better place for you and everybody around you. Take care. I wish you the best of success, and keep killing it out there, agents.